Hi everyone, it's Jerry Enchantress. I'm here with another flip through review. I'm going to do a couple of decks that I got for Christmas, and you might have seen this already because it's been out a little while. The Mystic Faerie Tarot by Linda Ravenscroft. It's funny, when I first started my channel, it was 2018, and I was wondering, well, I definitely knew I wanted to do a fairy theme, and I looked everywhere for just the perfect fairy deck, and I still honestly haven't found it. One of these days I'm gonna make my own perfect fairy deck. The closest one so far is the forest creatures one. I think that one's a really nice one, but still not quite what I really want. And so to start, as my starter deck, I actually got Shadowscapes, but this was a very strong contender in those days. I had it in my wish list and I saved it there and just never got it until this Christmas. So let's take a look. So as I said, it's by Linda Ravenscroft and text by Barbara Moore. It comes in this regular kind of tuck box, just like the Shadowscapes does. It says, step inside the world of the Fae, using rich watercolor imagery to capture the vibrancy and grace of fairies. Renowned artist Linda Ravenscroft takes you on a magnificent tour through their lush gardens. Each suit tells a fairy tale as nature's spirits embark on magical adventures, offering lessons and insights in all matters of life while remaining true to tarot archetypes. Accompanying the Mystic Faerie Tarot is a booklet that introduces you to tarot and provides a quick reference guide to the cards. With stunning artwork and meaningful symbolism, this deck is perfect for beginners and seasoned readers alike. So it's really nice too. And it's a Llewellyn published. So let's see. We have, here's the book, and the backing is very pretty. I like attractive backing. We'll take a look at these in just a minute. Let's just kind of look through the book a little bit. Well, it goes straight into, pretty much, it's just kind of a little welcome. Talking about fairies. And then straight into the Major Arcana. Some of the Fae representing the archetypes are male and some are female. This does not mean the cards are specifically represent a man or a woman, although they can. These cards more accurately reflect masculine or feminine energy, and people express both types of energy in their lives. That's a very good thing to, to repeat often enough. Like I say that in my, it's almost like common sense, where when we're looking at the images, if it's a man in the picture, it can still, like Emperor can still represent you. It's just whatever level or energy you're enveloping as the reading comes out. All right, and I probably will refer to the author's definition sometimes, because sometimes there's like just words that will pop out that I never considered before. So I really love that. And the Fool's Garden choices, okay? Different, a little bit different. See, everybody has a little bit different take. So I like that. And that's another reason why when you choose a particular deck, you're not just choosing an energy of the deck, like the appearance or whatever, and the imagery, but you might also be choosing the author and their words too, possibly. I like to do my own impression of the artwork and do, kind of pick up on channeled messages, pick up on intuitive messages by looking at images. I do a variety of things. The images, the images slash artwork, my knowledge of tarot, right? The traditional tarot will pop up as well in my mind, and then the writer's interpretation also I refer to sometimes. So it's a combination of things, and sometimes then just a channeled message, or just a strong sign or something from spirit will come in that has nothing to do with any of those things. So but that's kind of a good way, I think, to do a little bit of everything when you read the tarot. You know, it is definitely good to start with the images though. So let's take a look at them. All right, here we have the Fool. Very cute. The Magician. The Priestess. Maybe I'll close my window. I don't want it too bright. I think that helps a little bit. We have the Empress. The Emperor. I like his look, like his gaze. The High Priest, or the Hierophant. The Lovers. The Chariot. The Strength. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I like this one. I might do something like that with an astrology wheel. And I do my fairy deck. Justice. The Hanged Fae. I might call mine the Dangling Fae. Death. She's got some bone spurs or something. I'm like, yeah, that's what my shoulders feel like. It's like, ow, something's about to pop out of my shoulders. Temperance. I just have to say, I know how hard it is to make a tarot deck, an oracle deck, any kind of deck, and especially image, a 78 images, you know, and really, you know, she has a nice style it's kind of a line, a linear drawing, very lovely, very nice to look at. But you know, it's like when I'm looking at it, it's like, oh, I just want to do that and like make it even more dimensional or whatever. And you know, it's a very hard and tedious job, but she did a beautiful job. The Devil, that's so cute. I like this better now than I thought. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. Maybe like that. You can see without too much glare on it. And the Sun. It's pretty. Judgment. And the World. Now let's get into Wands. And to me, that's the proper order of things. Wands comes first as far as the suits are concerned. Ace of Wands. I like to order them just like this. Ace first as well. The Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Something that I've noticed is they're slick and very shiny, you know, laminated feeling. So sure, be easy to shuffle, and in other words, they won't be sticking together. That part's good. Sometimes though, for recording purposes, you have to have kind of like good settings so it doesn't glare too much. Four of Wands. Okay. I was like, that's like celebration. And to me, it's, you know, the twin flame card, but what are they holding? All of them holding together. I want to read this one. I'm curious what the author says about the Four of Wands, okay? Because I'm thinking that's a little bit, the imagery is a little bit different than what I'm used to. An unexpected gift. Interesting, okay? An unexpected gift finds its way into your life. Someone wishes you well and wants to help you along your path. You may not know exactly how to incorporate this gift, but it is valuable and you should handle it carefully. Accept the gift graciously and with joy and gratitude. Neat. And I don't usually interpret wands in the gift section because, like, objects to me are like in the pentacle sections, but that's good because it's about being grateful and joy and thanks. It's like a little bit of Thanksgiving right there. Okay. And then we have the Five of Wands. All right, and here again, this is not a fight. This is a different interpretation. You face a time of debate. Okay, so it's an argument, perhaps with another person or other people, or perhaps within yourself. An agreement must be reached. To reach an agreement, make sure and get to express your reasons and make every attempt to listen carefully to each other. Examine all sides of the conflict within yourself, and neither of you are convinced of the other's point of view. Work together to form a compromise. All right, okay. And the Six of Wands. And then that guy looks jealous. Six of Wands is like the hero coming through. This is somebody achieving something. You feel good, you feel recognized and celebrated. But it says, if you have won a questionable victory, beware of false sense of achievement and beware of those feelings of those who matter more to you than victory itself. That's a little bit different for that. I guess that's the shadow side of that. But I would see the Five of Swords more like that, of, you know, this achieving, like the hollow victory. That's why I rarely read reversals, because there's always some other kind of card that represents that, the reversed meaning. But anyway, Seven of Wands. I'm not going to get too deep in every single one, but I'm just giving you an example. Here's alternative ways of looking at these images and the traditional symbology. The Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands. All right, now let's take a look at, okay, Knave is still here. Knave, the Knave of Wands. He almost is picking his nose. The Knight of Wands. The Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. I like the King of Wands, he's pretty cute. Nice masculine pose. Okay, now let's take a look at cups. So we got the Ace of Cups. That's pretty. Ooh, the Two of Cups. That looks lovey-dovey. And three. Oh, and what I love about this deck is the cups are mermaids, so that's sweet. the Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Five of Cups, Six of Cups, the Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. Oh, that's nice. Ten of Cups. Knave of Cups. Knight of Cups. I like the armor. That's neat. Queen of Cups. Cute. King of Cups. All right, now let's go into Swords, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Sometimes shiny cards have problems focusing. There we go. Three of Swords. I like that. That's cute. It's like trusting in a friend. Crying, you're telling your sorrows. And some of these kind of like one segues into another really pretty nicely. The cards, Four of Swords. It's nice. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. This looks more like an Eight of Swords. They're both trapped though. So one's trapped and one looks like she's about to be eaten. So that makes sense a little bit. Ten of Swords. And the, thorns representing the swords. I like that. That's a good idea too. Have to keep that in the back of my head. And Knave of Swords. The other thing, other imagery I would like to use for swords, because it's air, may not, I may do a fairy deck that uses the elements instead, maybe. But yeah, swords, because it's air, it could be represented by butterflies and birds and things like that as well. And that's what Shadowscapes does. All right, and then you have the Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. The King of Swords. Kings are good. All right, and now we're going into Pentacles. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, Okay, stack these up. The Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, it's like Pentacles is the happy deck. I happen to like water, and so Cups is my favorite, but Pentacles is like winning, you know, like making the money and having the prosperity. Four of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. Or not sometimes. We're thinking lack minded. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. The Pentacles has a lot of mice in it. Eight of Pentacles. In Shadowscapes, I hate to keep comparing it, but Shadowscapes, the Pentacles has dragons in it. So I like that, but this also has dragons in it, a little bit. I noticed something. I've been avoiding tarot decks that have pip cards. I like images, and so at least this definitely has the images, which I like very much. I do have a fairy deck that it has a lot of pip cards, and I only have a couple, maybe two, just a small group of. I might do a review on the best pip decks. But anyway, I was just thinking about the fantasy collection that Anne Stokes, yeah, she had the Legend Tarot, which was really beautiful with dragons and everything. And that was a good fantasy fairy type deck, but it had a lot of the pip cards. It didn't have the images, and that is where you really have to have patience. And so I appreciate that when people do that, you know, when they really get into it and draw, because to me that's important, the mood of each of these. Oh, and the Visions Tarot, where he paints the whole scene, you know, and then splits them up into the different cards, which I think is so cool. And you can put them all together like a big puzzle. That's really neat. But I like the feeling of similar energy within each suit, so that's nice, like a story. And the Ten of Pentacles. The Knave of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Nice looking armor. The Queen of Pentacles. It's cute. And the King of Pentacles. He looks like somebody I know. It's cute too. All right, there. That's a really cute deck, I think. Very sweet. Has its, and just has a unique style all its own too, but it definitely follows the traditional, you know, imagery of Rider-Waite-Smith. Let's see how it shuffles. Very nice. Very nice shuffling. Here, let's turn this down a little bit so you can see. Super easy. Very nice. Let's see what pops out for you. Oh, Five of Swords. I was wondering about this one. Like, well, these girls look awfully friendly for having an argument or some kind of Hollow Victory. That's the Hollow Victory card that I was talking about, and Is one like happy, not so happy for the other? I don't know. Sometimes the only way to figure out what to do about something is to go over it thoroughly, considering every angle and aspect. You may do this on your own or with others. It has been said that the only way to get the right answer is to ask the right question. If you ask enough questions in relation to your problem, you will eventually find the right answer. That's a whole different kind of interpretation, but I like it. I feel like a strong communication energy in this deck. Like the the solution, the advice here, how most times has to do with stop and just try to express yourself, speak your mind, say what you need to say, you know, and don't just keep holding it in. That theme sort of did come up over the holidays with me, and I was thinking we rely so much, well, because, well, I'm not gonna say too much, but anyway, certain people, you know, if they don't see eye to eye, they'll keep in their feelings, expecting that other person to know what they're thinking, but whether they know or not, it's important to go ahead and express it, because sometimes you diffuse the situation by expressing. And it's good to use I statements, not accusing statements. Just say, I felt this way because of something that happened to me in the past. And so that thing that you said triggered me and made me remember that. And I just wanted you to know that that's where my emotions came from, or whatever, you know. And so that helps a lot, because it takes the blame off the person and puts it back on to you and your mind going to a past event, and it's not exactly, it wasn't even in, you weren't even being in the present with your person that you were arguing with or whatever. Anyway, so I feel like definitely all roads to healing start from this communication, you know, even communicating with yourself, you know, journaling and like interpreting your dreams, and even interpreting what you just thought a minute ago. Like, why did I think that, you know, why did I jump to that thought? why am I why would I why would I villainize somebody I don't even know them, you know, or why would I think they have bad feelings towards me? Maybe their feelings are actually good towards me, you know. It's a lot of these little things we have to kind of discover within ourselves. Where is that coming from, and what do we do about it next? You know, where will we go next with those thoughts? You know, and yeah, just it's about your healing. Like, don't make it all about the other people, right? I'll put it back onto you and what you can do for yourself. And even if you were not in the wrong and you absolutely had nothing to do with the issue at hand and you did everything right in the moment, you know, you congratulate yourself on that too, but take some time out, you know, to don't let it get to you, and find a peaceful place and drink a little tea or whatever you need to do just to, you know, heal from the moment or remove yourself from the moment or whatever it is, you know. So I think that's, and if you can't immediately communicate with somebody, because sometimes we're just too heated and we just know that in those moments we won't say anything that really truly makes sense. It mostly may come from ego. And so if you don't want to react, then you might want to take a step back, you know, and give some space in the situation. That's what I usually do. Not everybody likes that, but I don't like to argue or fight with anybody in a reactive way. I don't think it's fair, because it's a part of me that's not very authentic. It's my ego, my reactionary ego. But maybe some people would want to know what that is. What is your ego? Like, your ego is your dark side, supposedly, I guess, you know, and maybe they want to know how, you know, how do you react when your dark side is triggered, when that happens. And yeah, you know, I mean, that's also a launching pad for more communication. To me, it's slightly more explosive and can be a little more destructive, but It is another way of communicating. But anyway, communication's the key. So I hope you like that, you guys. And I'm going to be out with another, pick a cards are coming too, but another deck review in just a moment. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.